Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Esteemed FaceTime with Leaders, an initiative by World Development Corporation. I am Rani Rohara, anchor at World Development Corporation. FaceTime with Leaders is a platform for industry titans to share their experiences, thoughts, ideas, and best practices in order to inspire one another and future leaders. In a nutshell, we attempt to encapsulate the multi-decadal learnings acquired by these industry leaders. We also hope that by conducting these FaceTime with Leaders interviews, we can bring together a global community of eminent personalities. By bringing together such visionaries on one platform, we hope to play a part in inspiring the lives of other leaders. Great learnings from great leaders undoubtedly assist everyone by identifying, nurturing, and using the trade secrets that are proven success formula for many. And this is what we trust these sessions are, a gathering of leaders and a knowledge-sharing community. We have one such leader on FaceTime with Leaders with us today, Mr. Arijit Basu. Currently, as a managing director, he has been heading Veedol Angels to the next level of profitable growth in a business-ready, future-ready, and people-ready manner. His experience, spanning over 2.5 decades, has been contributory in making building materials and lubricants. Mr. Basu has great proficiency in international marketing, B2B solutions, and executive management. For his numerous contributions, he has been an IIM Calcutta alumni and also honored with Dr. A.P.J. Abdul Kalam Excellence Award, along with many other accolades. A very good afternoon to you, Mr. Arijit Basu.
Thank you, and a very good afternoon to everyone here. I'm very much honored to be here today. Thanks a lot.
Right. So, Mr. Basu, you have spearheaded numerous projects and handled several roles. What keeps you motivated to all such demanding responsibilities?
I think it's a very tricky question, but from my childhood, I have been a person who always liked to do challenging things, new things. And for me, business challenge is not kind of a pressure, but it is more of in my area of interest, because it gives any leader, any professional, a lot of scope to learn. So I see opportunities in challenges, and that keeps me motivated for my roles, whichever I have played.
Going ahead, sir, you have earned numerous awards for your exceptional work. Which of them do you regard as your most significant achievement?
I think if I may sound it a little bit philosophically, then I would say that the biggest award or reward is, the recognition in the industry which I have received over the years. And one such award which I feel very close to my heart is the award which was organized by Citizens Integration Peace Society in 2016, when they gave me Dr. A.P.J. Abdul Kalam Excellence Award for outstanding individual achievement in industry, manufacturing industry especially. And I think I personally have a lot of respect and regard for Dr. Kalam. So having an award, nomenclatured in his name was an icing on the cake for me. And the recognition was, of course, very close to my heart.
Can you share any of your experiences when you thought better governance was needed?
Well, if we see the last couple of years, especially during COVID, which came to all of us as industry leaders as a something which we were not prepared for. And post-COVID as well, there have been continuous challenges with geopolitical developments, and business world is not yet, I still believe, has come in terms with the fast and progressive dynamism which the world of business has seen. I think one of the areas of corporate governance where I think better governance could have been possible is in the area of people management, is in the area of, with so much of layoffs and so much of, attritions which took place during these difficult times for many of the industries and many of the organizations. I think for every leader that could have been a big challenge. But having said that, I think since it is, and also a personal belief that no strategy, no organizational growth is ever possible without people. What may happen with technology is a matter of future and matter of thing to see. But having said that, I think people will, for me at least, will remain at the core of all strategies. And I think that is where betterment could have been, or the handling of the situation could have been done, especially with larger corporations, bigger corporations, which possibly had the wherewithal and the bandwidth to manage that transition or that difficult phase for their employees and the overall, I would say, human resources in the business world. So I think that would be for me an area where a better corporate governance could have been ensured.
Right. You must have seen ways that the corporate world has changed along with technology. What are some of the most prominent changes you have seen? What changes do you foresee with the implementation of IoT, blockchain, AI, and ML, etc.?
Well, now these are, the trendy terms going around. Chat GPT, you can also include in that.
Yes.
Technology has always been there. So for me, humanity and technology has never been one without the other. The technology evolution has happened much faster now and happening at possibly a speed at which we have not seen. So I always keep saying what has happened to humanity in last 100 years, possibly in next 5 years, it will happen much faster than that. That's a change which might be scary. But having said that, adopting technology cannot be an option. It's a must. And for every industry, for every organization and every leader, staying away from technology will not be, again, an option, will not be a possibility. So for me, I think the change which has happened is especially, I think, got accelerated with an event, unprecedented event like COVID, which made us find, innovative ways to continue to do business when we could not actually remain physically closer. That the real change happened in the mindset that everything need not have to be done when we are standing and shaking hand with each other. That is one. And the other aspect also happened is that the reliability on technology in terms of doing our business activities, that has grown leaps and bounds. I think today, this exact event which we are doing together, possibly in some time back, we would have had to believe that this can only happen face to face.
Exactly.
But today we have the reliability on our network connection, on our quality of platforms, and on our belief that this can be done digitally, saving travel, saving a lot of time of people. And it's happening just like that now, which I think is another big change. So I think these two things, one is, knowing rather, or realizing that everything need not have to be physical. And secondly, reliability of the technology, that mindset that yes, it can work and it can work much better. I think that has come. That is the change, I would say.
Right, sir. Since you are now a corporate governance expert, what perspectives do you offer the corporate world?
Well, I'm not an expert for sure. And, I think whatever little bit I have known, I have experienced in my career, I think corporate governance is something which is very cultural, very inherent, and very much inside. It's an internal thing of individual and the organization. And leaders can play a very, very significant role in ensuring that the corporate governance is something where there is no compromise and there is absolute compliance. So I think for me, if you want my perspective, the corporate governance need not have to be something which in an organization people need to be told about. It is like when we have grown up in our house, in our family, we always knew, based on the house where we stayed and the family where we lived and the community where we lived, what are the norms, what are the certain ways, and what are the certain acceptable forms which need to be complied with, and what need not, or don'ts which we should not get in. So I think that is something which should come very naturally, and for leaders and something where we have to be very, very careful and cautious about it.
So we are building a community of FaceTime with leaders. It is aimed at cross-pollination of knowledge, something that will lead to a robust corporate governance in India, and build a community of non-executive directors for its robust framework. What are your on this initiative?
I think it's a very, very well thought out and very, very need quality independent directors on board of various organizations. They bring a lot of value to the board in terms of different perspectives, in terms of different experience. See, today, if I say information is very easily available, but only having information does not help till you connect that information with practice, which gives you depth. And once you have the depth, you still need to connect it with experience to have wisdom. So for me, learning that part of the wisdom is where the experience of a lot of these people come in. And this is an initiative where I think you use the right word, cross-pollination of knowledge. And I think we can look beyond that. I think it will be a repository of wisdom. So this is a great initiative, and I wish a very, very successful initiative to all of you for taking this up. My best wishes.
Thank you so much. Means a lot, sir. It was great and fantastic conversing with you, and I'm confident that your insights will inspire the future leaders. Thank you, Mr. Arijit Basu, for joining us today. Wish you the best for your future endeavors.
It was my pleasure. It was my pleasure.
Thank you. Moreover, trust that this initiative by Directors Institute unquestionably expanded the participants' understanding and enriched their minds. Thank you, sir. Have a good day.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you all.